and I don't know how much people want to hear this, but
they want to hear it.
It will keep you awake at night. I mean, if you have children like I do.
Coming to my mind right now is remote viewing.
Yes.
Is that involved in this?
But in a very high-tech way, technologically. This where when you start experimenting with and reverse engineering an extraterrestrial vehicle, their communication systems are not based on the speed of light like our cell phones, right, or video. They're based on this understanding of the cosmos because they've lived for millennia in that understanding. Technologies that interface with directed thought. I call it technology-assisted consciousness, and consciousness that assists the technology, so they can interface bioelectric field and thought, and they navigate the spacecraft at the speed of thought versus the speed of light.
Yeah.
But think about why that's so important. If you're from the Andromeda galaxy, which is 2.5 million light years from here, at the speed of light, your cell phone, it would take 2.5 million years for a signal to get there, and another 2.5 million years for them to answer, and you hear it. 5 million years. There are certain technological thresholds you have to have crossed if you're an extraterrestrial interstellar civilization. And physicists have estimated that the volume of space in a coffee mug has enough potential energy to boil off all the oceans of the world. Tesla called it the infinite energy field. But as soon as you step into the reality, the three-dimensional reality of these UAPs and UFOs, you immediately begin talking to people, and this is what happened to me in the early 90s, to people who know the physics of the energy systems, because these things are not using oil, gas, coal, nuclear, what have you. They approached me, and this is the fall of '93, just before I briefed CIA Director Woolsey, and they said, look, you don't need to be talking. They knew all about this meeting that was going to happen. And you don't need to be talking to the president and the CIA director about this. They don't know anything, and they're not going to know anything. If you want to know, you talk to us. We're the WFO. We're the work for other contractors. We're the people who are working on these technologies and doing the technology transfer. And then they were trying to convince me to side with what they were doing. And I said, no. I said, this is a corrupt enterprise. And then he offered, he says, you're a doctor, you can take out as many credit cards as you want. We'll zero them out each month because we run the supercomputers that back up the entire banking system. And we can get an infinite amount of money through certain techniques. And I said, then you're going to own me, aren't you? Because he says, no, we're just trying to help. You see how these... This is an absolutely true story. He put me under sodium pentothal lie detector. Now, if you look at quantum entanglement and the concepts of the universe being a holographic conscious entity, which it is, then you start talking about not just material, but you're also talking about other dimensions that are at refined levels of frequencies and vibration. But it's not like it's some distant place, it's folded within. Zoom in on it, the entire image would be in there, and zoom in again, it's holographic. The cosmos is this conscious quantum hologram. And so there are many, many, many dimensions.